The big game is nearly here. Are you looking for tickets and want the best prices? Visit safeticketcompare.com and see all ticket prices listed in one place. Get the best ticket deals from safe and trusted websites. Our website contains all major fixtures and all tickets listed are 100% safe, secure and guaranteed. What are you waiting for? Visit and compare ticket prices online now at safeticketcompare.com.
Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Naman and today I'll be analyzing the game between Manchester City and Liverpool FC. So first of all, we're going to talk about the formations and lineups. Manchester City lined up in a 4-3-3 formation, which at times shifted to a back three, with Laporte moving to the left centre-back position and Danilo pushing forward to help in the attack. Liverpool also started the game with a 4-3-3 formation, but they shifted to 4-2-3-1 in the second half, with Salah moving to the centre-forward position and Firmino dropping back to the number 10 position. Both the teams used the same formations in the first half, but with two entirely different philosophies. One team looked to create central overloads, while the other tried to create overloads on the wide areas. Manchester City started the game very well and looked in control during the first 5 to 10 minutes. They pressed Liverpool higher up the pitch and forced them into making mistakes. Manchester City pushing men high up the pitch and pressing Liverpool. They forced Lovren to make a mistake and won the ball back in a very dangerous position. Again, pushing men high up the pitch and blocking the passing lanes of the man in possession. I have often explained you in my videos that unlike the modern day 4-3-3 system, where wingers usually drift in with possession, Guardiola likes to use a more traditional 4-3-3 system, which means left-footed winger on the left wing and a right-footed winger on the right wing. Using left-footed winger on the left wing and a right-footed winger on the right wing helps the team to stretch the opposition defense. With possession, both Sane and Sterling stay very wide, as they try to stretch the opposition defense by pulling the fullbacks out of their positions. And as soon as the fullbacks move out, Bernardo and David Silva try to get in the assist zone. So as we can see in this diagram, both the wingers are staying very wide and they are stretching the Liverpool defense. Here again, Sterling is staying very wide and he's trying to stretch the defense by pulling Robertson out of his position and creating space for Silva. But Liverpool and Klopp had done their homework and they stopped this City approach really effectively. Without possession, Liverpool kept a very narrow distance in between their defensive and midfield lines. Because of this narrow distance in between the defensive and midfield lines, whenever Sane and Sterling pulled the opposition fullbacks out of their positions, Milner and Wijnaldum quickly moved in the defense and covered the half spaces. So as we can see in this diagram, the distance between the midfield and defensive lines is very narrow. And this narrow in between the lines gap enables Milner to quickly move in the defense and cover the space. Milner moves in the defensive line and makes a back five and the space is eliminated. Henderson doing the same thing on the other end. Arnold was taken out by Sane, but Henderson quickly moves back and covers the space. By keeping a very narrow gap between their midfield and defensive lines, Liverpool very effectively covered the spaces. Since Man City were pressing Liverpool high up the pitch, so City's defensive line was very high as it tried to spot the high press. So as we can see in this animation, as soon as City's players move up to press the Liverpool defense, their defensive line pushes up, and as a result space is created behind the line. So Liverpool tried to exploit that space with Salah and Mane. Man City's high defensive line with Salah and Mane both right at the edge of the City line. Man City pushed men up to press Liverpool and now City is in trouble as Liverpool try to hit them on transition. Quick break from Liverpool and City are suddenly in trouble. Here again, Man City's high defensive line and Liverpool are keeping both Salah and Mane high up the pitch as they try to hit City on quick transitions. Salah's inside movement forced Laporte narrow, which opens up the space on the right flank for Arnold's run. Defense forced narrow, and now Arnold makes a run in the wide space. Liverpool looked really dangerous on these transitions, but their build-up play was also very good. Liverpool kept a solid 4-3-3 shape in the first half. Here again, Liverpool's 4-3-3 shape. But the real twist in that 4-3-3 formation was the positions of Liverpool's front three. Liverpool's wingers, both Salah and Mane, often positioned themselves in the half spaces, in between the centre-back and full-back. So as we can see in this animation, both Salah and Mane have moved into the half spaces, in between the centre-back and full-back, and that has forced the defense narrow. Salah and Mane's positions forced the City full-backs to move narrow, and as soon as the full-backs moved narrow, it opened up the spaces on the wing areas for Liverpool's full. Look at the positions of Salah and Mane. Both have positioned themselves in the half spaces, which has forced the City fullbacks to get narrow. In simple terms, we can say that Liverpool tried to create central overloads which forced the opposition defense to get narrow. Again, one player in each zone, forcing City's defense to get narrow and creating spaces on the wide areas. Central overload has forced the City defense narrow, and that has opened up the space on the right flank for Arnold's run. Unlike Liverpool, who tried to create central overloads, Man City tried to create overloads on the wide areas, especially on the right side of Liverpool's defense. So as we can see in this diagram, 3 City players are creating the numerical overload on the left flank against Arnold. Aguero has also moved from his centre forward position to the wide area. Danilo's quick shift of play towards Sane, and now Arnold is in trouble with 1v3 against him. Again, 1v3 against Arnold. Aguero drifting wide and creating the overload on the left flank with Sane and David Silva. Man City created some really good chances using these wide overloads. City scored the first goal of the game, which was an excellent example of how a striker should move inside the box, staying behind the centre-back until the very last moment. Lovren is watching the ball, and Aguero makes the run right at the very last moment when the cross is played in. The score at halftime was 1-0, and Liverpool came out really strong in the second half. Liverpool pressing City high up the pitch and forcing Ederson to go long. Liverpool changed their formation from 4-3-3 to 4-2-3-1 in the second half. So as we can see in this diagram, Liverpool have changed their shape from 4-3-3 to 4-2-3-1. Liverpool changed their shape, but the attacking philosophy was still the same. Again, Liverpool's central overload has forced the City defense narrow, and that has opened up the spaces on both flanks. Central overload forced the City defense narrow, and now spaces have opened up on the wide areas. Arnold's pass to Robertson, and Robertson's cut back, and Liverpool's first goal of the game. As I mentioned earlier in the video, Man City often shifted to back 3 with possession, while Danilo pushed forward and helped in the attack. Sterling drops deep and forces Robertson out of his position and creates the space for Danilo's run. Robertson taken out by Sterling, and now space is wide open for Danilo's run. Danilo gets in the space and cuts the ball back in. Lovren stayed very tight on Aguero in this game, and Aguero often used that to open up spaces for Man City. Here, Aguero drops deep, pulls Lovren out of his position and creates the space in the defense. Sane gets the ball in that same big space. Lovren taken out, and now City have 2v2 at the back. Manchester City scored their second goal on a quick transition. After the second goal, City sat deep in a low block and defended their lead effectively. Liverpool's undefeated run has come to an end, and the title race is wide open now. What is your prediction now for the title? Thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.